Now at this point, let's have a look at the document library. First of all, I want to point out under Tools, we have access to our templates, and under File, we have access to Copy Components, both of which are still accessible through the home screen under Templates and Copy Components. Now, let's have a look at the Document Manager. To use the document library in a Working Papers client file, you must specify the location of the document library folder. To do this, from the Tools menu, we select Options, and we click on Default Paths to open the Default Paths dialog box. In the Document Library path, we specify the path where the standard documents reside, and we can type the path in the field, or we can use the Browse button to select that location. Now, my default document library path is set to Document Library. So if I open the Document Library folder, what you're going to see is 3 different files. I've got my Audit International template, I've got a Confirmation Connection template, and I've got a default document library, which is a Working Papers file that has documents included in it. That is essentially what a document library is, a Working Papers file. But we want to employ that. So as you can see here, I have a default path for my document library, and any working paper file that is stored in this path is available to be used as a document library. And you have the ability to quickly copy documents from it into my current file. Now, when you've installed a template on your system, you can add it to the document library very easily. The template is then available in the source list when you copy the files to the document manager using the document library function. So let's look at the Financials US template properties. At the bottom of this template, we can see that the template can be used as a document library. So even though this particular template file did not appear in my default document library folder, we're still going to see it as a document library because it was specified here. So I'll click OK and cancel out of there. Now you can easily copy documents from the document library folder to your current Working Papers client file. So from the document menu, we would select New, and the document dialog opens. And from the document dialog, we want to select from Document Library and click OK. This opens the document library, and you can see I've got the Audit, Confirmation Connection, and Default Document Library, and then from the templates that have the check mark included, I've got the other options available to me here. And it even lets me know if the file is compressed or not. It will give me an option to uncompress it if necessary. So from source, we select the document library source file that we want to use to add documents. For example, Financials 5 US. The document pane now displays a list of the documents and folders in this file. Now from the document pane, we select the documents you want to add to your client file's document manager. And you can select multiple documents to copy, or select a folder and copy the contents of the entire folder. You can also copy empty folders to open or close all folders. Select the top folder and press the Shift key. So if I held the Shift key here, that's going to close them all. That will open them all holding the Shift key. But I just want my financial reports, and I want my template setup and control documents. So I'm going to grab those 2 folders, and I'm going to put them in the Financial Statements folder underneath Document 1.13, and I'll click Add. So there's actually 2 ways of doing this, clicking Add, or I could drag and drop them in exactly where I want them. Now this is going to take a moment to do the copy. Some of these documents are rather large that I've included in my adding process, but you can see that the folders are in already, and as that's finishing up, it'll just take a moment here, and it's brought those documents in from the document library. I now have these documents available to me in my client file. Now, it's worth noting if documents that are being added contain role sign-offs, these sign-offs are cleared in the copy of the documents that is added to the client file. And that's how we work with templates, use copy components, and employ the document libraries in our files. Now, for more information on the templates, the CaseWare manufactures and sells, please visit caseware.com/products. Or you can review the archived Beyond the Balance webcasts that are also accessible from the caseware.com homepage. And that opens up right up to our archive webcasts. Note that you will need to log into your MyCase account to access those archived webinars. So MyCase login's at the top. If you don't have one, it's free to register. Feel free to do so.